we are shopping for a lift kit for the 392 Jeep, and it can range anywhere in price from, say, a Clayton off-road lift kit, 3.5 inch lift. You know, I'm not going to go Falcon shocks. I'm not going to go into all the specifics of it, but it's a lift kit, bare bones, but adequate. 70% of the people that do a lift on a 392 Jeep, they usually spend about that much money. And keep in mind, I would go with 40-inch tires, KMC wheels. You're looking at about $12,000 there, plus the installation for the lift kit is probably about $4,000. So you're looking at about 16 large, probably in that range. Now that's just your basic lift kit. There's another lift kit that you can do that costs $13,000, and I think it's EVO, but it's a pretty badass lift kit. But at the end of the day, I really don't need that kind of a lift because I don't do that type of driving. I don't do rock crawling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't bang the Jeep around really heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a light 4x4 dude. And the first lift kit would probably be more practical. But you certainly kind of price out everything, take a look at everything that's out there from the lower one, you know, the low to the high one. So you'll kind of look at everything. And like I said, the Jeep is on the radar. It is the right color. It's an Earl. I would prefer to get an Earl or bikini. So the bikini is a blue, you know, very nice blue color. So I did find one. It's a good price. Not here locally. I have to go somewhere and get it. I'm not going to tell you where. But anyways, interesting, you know, say that I'm considering a 392 Jeep Hemi. Like I said, you won't be able to get, unless you buy one used, you won't be able to get one again, ever. You know, I mean, I'll have maybe, let's see, figure probably 110,000 in this Jeep by the time I'm done, if I go with the lower priced lift kit. So, I mean, you can get carried away. You can do brakes. You reinforce your front axle. You can go with bigger axles in the front, bigger axle in the back. 8 lug wheels. You know, you really don't need to do that type of shit unless you are banging that Jeep off of rocks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the brakes are something to consider, certainly, you know, because you do have a lot of turning mass with the 40-inch tires. You know, but that's very expensive to change your rotors to bigger rotors and bigger brakes. You know, you only have so much room to play with anyway, is with the wheels. This Jeep has 37s on it, and it has the factory brakes on it. It stops just fine. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other tires are more mass. So, something to think about. You know, the Hemi's got 470 horsepower. You know, some of these places, they try to, you know, you can build the engine up to have 700 horsepower, 800, 1,000 horsepower. Completely unnecessary. You know, I mean, it's nice and everything, but, you know, my vehicle has to go cross country, and I've got the 40s will be enough to knock the gas mileage down to be very undesirable to take on any type of extended road trip. However, it will be a badass Jeep. I know a dude that did a lift on YouTube. I seen a dude that did a lift exactly what I want to do on mine. And as a matter of fact, he gave me the idea. You know, he did it with just that lift kit, didn't do any reinforcing of the front, you know, axle. He didn't put on it just has the factory brakes, you know, so he doesn't have the PCS steering, hydraulic steering aid. You know, that's $2,600 plus install. You know, it can be can be a little bit pricey, but it does make you to turn the wheels a lot easier. You know, it's something that can be put on. You know, it's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep the cost down. You've got 44 Dana 44 axles front and back on the Jeep as it comes out of the factory. Let me tell you something. If you need more than a Dana 44, you're doing something wrong. You don't need 60 and you don't need 80s unless you are bouncing that thing off of rocks. So, and I don't bounce off of rocks. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's kind of stuff does not blow my skirt up, shall we say. I mean, if I can walk from point A to point B quicker than you can drive your 4x4 there, I'm going to walk. But anyways, something to think about. It's on my radar, the 392. And there's my boy. It won't be mine. It'll be his Jeep. And he's a professional dog. But anyways, yeah. Okay, we did want to put air in this tire. We wanted to air up that tire just for kicks, just to see what it does. We did it. I don't hear any air coming out. Oh, let's do the squirt job now. Oh, God. That's how you scratch the lens. By banging that camera into something. I don't know if it's leaking or not. I was curious. I don't see it leaking. It doesn't feel like it's leaking. You know, I think that son of a bitch sealed that fucking hole. That's one check for green slime. But can you trust it on a heavy duty off-road trail? Can you trust that sealant to keep that tire sealed? That's the $150 million question. I'll tell you what, I need to take this bike to, I gotta go pick up a car tomorrow morning at the airport. And we're scheduled to take this bike. So, I mean, I don't have to take this bike. That's why I've got two bikes. But I put that lock on just for security. But if this tire is full tomorrow morning, like it is now, I mean, look at it right here. I mean, even if it fails, it's only gonna go down to, there was like 3.5 pounds of pressure in this tire when I went to put air in it just now. So even if it fails, it'll only go down to that 3.5 pounds, which will get you home, if it fails. But it looks like it's holding. I don't see it bubbling. I don't hear it, but that don't mean anything. But anyways, interesting, isn't it? That green slime might be the fucking bomb of bombs. I don't mind testing it on the highway. Although tomorrow I have to take the bike from here to the airport. So it's gonna have to be this hard tomorrow for me to do it. Because keep in mind, at any time it could fail possibly. But I think it's gonna fucking hold. That's fucking nuts. How's the back tire here? Back tire is good. Wow. Yeah, I'll be all set up to go tomorrow morning. Boom, gone. I'll give myself a little extra time, say 10 minutes, just in case I have to go slow, in case that tire fails and I have to drive it with 3.5 pounds of air pressure. We'll take it easy. Okay, that's it. Just wanted to come down here, do the air, tell you about the 392, tell you about the COILs. There was a few other things that were happening in the news here. I can't really remember what they are right now, but wow. The 392, thinking about it, but I really think, I need another Jeep like I need another hole in my head. I mean, this Jeep's an animal right here. It's only got 29,000 miles on it. You know what? I don't know, man. But you'll never see a 392. Now, you can probably pick up a used 392. Oh, there was a head-on collision between a 392 and a Tesla, just like this. The Tesla is totally smashed up. What happened is the 392 Jeep was coming in hot on a corner up at Lee Canyon and the interchange between Lee Canyon and Kyle Canyon. The people were driving too fast and they went into the Tesla lane and smashed, gave $20,000 worth of damage to the Tesla. And for some reason, the Tesla kept going. Even though it was at a complete stop when the Jeep hit it, because it was stopped at a stop sign almost, or rolling to the stop sign. Then the Jeep came in hot on the corner and it was out of control, smashed dead square head on with the Tesla. And then for some reason, the dude couldn't stop the car.